Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show, home improvement and maintenance tips from the pros.
Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show Action Edition, where we feature feedback from you, our listeners. And I'm here with my old buddy Larry. And Larry, what has been going on?
John, it's so glad to be here, by the way. I can't tell you, I love doing this show. I just had to say that because we have a lot of fun doing this. Folks, if you only knew what really went on in the studios of the Handyman Pros Radio Show. Anyway, what has been going on this week? I did a ring install, and it was really a cool ring install, actually. We tied... What did we tie? I guess we tied three. They did a Ring doorbell, a Ring security light, which has a camera in it, and then a regular Ring security camera into it. And it was really, really cool because all three of them tied together, and she had it up on her phone, and she could see all three cameras. She had like almost 270 degrees around the front of her house that she had for coverage. And I was really amazed. I'm always amazed. I think this technology is cool, is really cool technology, but the clarity and the distance that she had on her cameras was really, really astounding to me. So two of the cameras were pretty, well, they weren't really high in the air, but they were 15 or 16 feet up because I was up on my ladder.
Like a prison guard, huh?
Well, I will say, it does make me rethink when I do things outside that I shouldn't be doing, that maybe I'm being photographed when I didn't expect.
Behave yourself, folks.
You're always on camera, folks. Yeah. That's what Bigfoot doesn't have a chance. I don't care what anybody says. So anyway, now normally we do this action show where we've got an email or we've got somebody's mentioned something to us and we're doing that. But this isn't one of those. We're overriding this one because, John, didn't we see something in the news about Ring?
I caught something this morning that I just wanted to send out, and the reason was that I know a lot of our listeners out there, a lot of you folks out there, and people, and everybody's putting these Ring doorbells in. So I thought I'd bring it to your attention. What caught my attention this morning is I see that Ring has a recall on these doorbells. Some of them. So I'll clarify that in a second. But the headline is Ring recalls 350,000 doorbells over fire hazard. And being handymen and all you folks out there installing these things, just to clarify that it looks like it's due to a fire hazard after the company received multiple reports of injuries and property damage, according to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission. And it seems as though this doorbell is prone to overheating when the incorrect screws are used for installation. And I guess they had a number of people suffering minor burns and another 85 experiencing property damage. And it seems to be all surrounded the second generation doorbell. Those are the ones that come with the blue ring at the front, and it's sold in two colors, satin nickel and Venetian bronze. So, folks, and it looks like they're sold between June 2020 to October 2020 for roughly $100. So, if you kind of fit in that category, you might want to check with the Ring website. Quite frankly, Larry and I were just talking about it, and I know that they operate on low voltage, 24 volts at the most, I believe.
If it's a wired one.
If it's a wired
volt,
one,
yeah.
So I'm a little interested myself on the severity of this. Yeah. So what the incorrect screws means and a couple other things. I checked the website, and they don't really go into any specific details. So I thought, Larry, that we would just kind of, as a timely matter, just kind of shoot this out to the folks out there because we're all kind of in this handyman thing together, DIY, and we're all installing these things. And, if you got one of these second generation doorbells, you might want to, hit the Ring website and just make sure that you're good.
I will be contacting my customer. I will tell you that. So we're going to check. We'll check and see if they fall into that recall notice. So interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Well, folks, don't forget to join our Facebook group. That's at Handyman Pros. Join in the conversation. You can send us an email at questions@handymanprosradioshow.com. You can go to our homepage, handymanprosradioshow.com, leave us a voice message, or you can contact us on Twitter at Handyman Radio. Anything else, John?
That's it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed this podcast and have derived some value from it, here's 4 things you can do. 1, tell your friends about this podcast. 2, hit subscribe on your podcast player. While you're there, leave us a review. 3, subscribe to our newsletter by going to handymanprosradioshow.com and click on the subscribe button. We'll inform you of upcoming events, shows, and give you actionable tips for maintaining your home and property. And 4, send us an email with your questions to questions@handymanprosradioshow.com. That's handymanprosradioshow.com. That's our show for this week. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week on the Handyman Pros Radio Show.